Welcome back to PlayitRight TV. I am Dyan Castillejo with the Dean. Hi, Quinito.
Hi there, Dyan, and it's another exciting episode dito sa ating Play It Right program.
Well, of course, we have some stunning ladies as our guests. They're not just good athletically, but they're also all very beautiful with amazing personalities. And I'm so excited to talk to them. Welcome the ladies of the F2 Logistics team. Hi, girls. Team Captain Aby Marano. We have Kianna Dy, Kalei, and Majoy Baron. Welcome to Play It Right. Thank you for being on the show.
Well, let's establish first kung nasaan kayo. We understand, nagbabubble na kayo dyan sa Lipa because there will be a tournament November 13 to 19, yung Philippine National Volleyball League. How are you guys doing sa Lipa? Kumusta yung bubble nyo dyan? Aby?
Hello po. Sobrang okay naman po kami dito. Masaya po kami kasi kompleto na kami. Kasama namin si Kalei. We have additional sa team na si Iris Tolenada. Kaya excited kami lagi mag-training kasi madami kami nag-ensayo. Magkakasama kami lahat. Kompleto.
Okay, Ana. Yung F2 Logistics, hindi nakalaro dun sa first tournament of the season ng PVL kung saan naglaro yung ibang mga teams because nagkaroon kayo ng mga injuries, mga protocols. But yet, lahat kayong apat nakalaro dun sa Asian Women's Cup Championships sa Thailand. Your first competition since the 2019 Southeast Asian Games. Ang tagal yung nawala sa competition. But getting back into the scene and playing in Bangkok, how was that experience, Kianna?
Actually, we haven't played for almost 2 years.
Wow. Tagal.
And it was very exciting that our first league would be an international competition. It was exciting and nervous. Pero mas exciting kasi we met like new players and I also was able to play again with my F2 teammates. So it was really a fun experience and yun, we will take what we got from that tournament to the F2 team.
Yeah. Kalei and Majoy. So I'm sure the other teams from the other countries nakakilala nyo, you were making kwento-kwento with them. How was it for the other teams? Matagal rin ba silang hindi nakapag-practice? But were they like you na 2 years rin silang walang tournament or tuloy-tuloy yung practice nila? What were some of your conversations sa mga ibang players ng ibang bansa?
Go, Majoy.
I think different po yung situation nila sa ibang bansa at saka yung dito po sa atin sa Philippines. Kasi I think yung mga nakalaban po namin sa AVC, nakapag-training sila regularly kahit na may pandemic. Unlike dito sa Philippines, sobrang limited lang po talaga nung training namin and preparation namin going into that tournament. So,
yeah. What about you, Kalei?
For me, I thought it was a really good opportunity just for us to kind of see where we are at and where we stand on an international level. I think it was really great for our younger team and also my teammates that haven't had the opportunity to play in the 2 years. I think it was just really good for us to have that exposure and just to kind of see what we should be prepared for the next tournaments to come.
Kalei, you played in Puerto Rico as an import, but now you're cleared to play for the Philippines. And it looks like you will be playing for the Philippines in the coming Southeast Asian Games. Is that an exciting thing for you? Because you weren't able to play for the Philippines in the last SEA Games.
Correct. Well, I was actually, I actually went into the tournament with a whole different mindset that I was playing for something bigger this time. Granted, this was the first time I really got to wear the flag on my chest, completely legally. All the paperments and documents have been taken care of, and I'm an official member of the Philippine national team. And it's just a lot of pride and a lot of responsibility to have this position and to have the role that I play on the team. So I'm all for it. I love being a part of the national team and playing for this country, because it's where my heart is. And like I said, it's an awesome opportunity for anyone to play at that level. So really thankful for that.
For the others, so kasi sabi nga 2 years since you played the tournament, no, Aby? I mean, how have you been? How would you rate your skill and your mindset, just your overall volleyball? Given the fact na matagal kayo hindi nakapag-training, nakahabol ba kayo sa to where you were at? Are you below par or have you caught up? How would you rate yourself? How would you, in terms of your volleyball? Aby.
Hi, Miss Dyan. So, 2 years po kami no volleyball tournament and training. During those time na kailangan namin mag-quarantine, wala kaming training na magkakasama, physical and everything. We acknowledge that as professional volleyball players, it is our job to keep our bodies in shape. And dapat na-condition pa din kami. So we never stop training at home. Meron kaming mga home workouts na ginagampanan every single day. And there are times ako sa barangay namin kasi po before parang sa village namin pwede pa yung makapaglaro ka ng volleyball sa court. So nagkaroon din ako ng konting window para makapaglaro kasi na-approve na dun sa lugar namin na pwede maglaro, pero meron lang konting tao na may certain number lang of people that can enter the court. Madami pa din protocols, very very limited pa rin ng movements. Pero yun nga po, dun sa 2 years hindi kami nakapag-ensayo talaga ng mabuti. Nagampanan pa rin namin yung mga job namin as professional athletes, na ma-maintain namin yung condition namin so that pagbalik namin sa ensayo, yung nag-face-to-face training na, and syempre yung sa tournament, hindi pa rin nawawala yung volleyball skills namin, tsaka yung condition. Kaya okay naman po. Kung i-rate naman sa 1 to 10, masasabi ko pagbalik ko, nasa 7 ako. Wow.
Oh, that's good. That's good. But that's good to hear. Kasi yung ibang sports talaga, medyo na zero. So kahit sasabihin mo nag-workout sa house, syempre, iba pa rin yung nasa court kayo, you have competition, di ba? What about for you, Kianna? Dito sa Alabang, nakapag-volleyball ka ba?
Medyo strict sa village po natin. But like what you said, na we were able to do home workouts thanks to our conditioning coach, of course. Lagi kaming nagta-training every day, as in kahit nagzo-zoom lang kami, we still see each other, so that really helps. And yun, it's like what Aby said also, it's our job as professional athletes to make sure that our bodies are okay and conditioned whenever we get called to train again.
Dyan, babalikan ko lang si Aby. Aby, bagong look ba to? Mahabang buhok natin. I've always watched you playing with short hair. Now
That's
that you've
right.
got long hair, ano yung look mo pagdating ng tournament? Magpo-ponytail ka ba? Magbaban ka? Gusto ko malaman anong look ka ibibigay mo sa atin.
Kasi usually have those clips, di ba?
Mahaba na talaga ng buhok ko. Ito po ata yung pinakamahaba kong buhok sa buong buhay ko. Magpo-ponytail po ako, pero yung clips, I'll make it sure na hindi siya mawawala.
Okay. Hindi, gusto ko din matanong. Kianna, doon sa Asian Women's Cup Club Championships, para nagkaroon ng konting confusion because of the safety protocols. Some of the players from Chocomucho went to Rabisco, parang ganon, just to be able to get a good balance. Yet yung mga kalaban ninyo, yung taga-Kazakhstan, taga-Iran, taga-Thailand, nandun sila intact. Kayo, matagal na walang practice, masyadong malaki yung handicap ninyo. But still, yung Rabisco was able to get 1 set from Iran, and Chocomucho beat Rabisco. Kanya, overall, I thought it was a good learning experience. Sa tingin mo, Kianna, what were your major takeaways dun sa tournament na yun? Did you learn a lot?
Yes, of course, we learned a lot because we always learn from international leagues and we learn from other teams. Of course, they are more experienced and they were able to train more together. So, syempre, we get a lot of lessons from them. Their playing style or like their attitude inside the court. So, yun nga, that's what we got from playing internationally. And lucky rin yung mga young ones because young age, they were able to experience that already.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this coming PNVF tournament na sinasabi nila you guys are the overwhelming favorites to win the tournament. So, Majoy and Kalei, sino yung mga nilook forward nyong makakalaban dito sa PNVF? Because I understand that the concept of the PNVF is to play against the top teams of the PBL combined with some regional teams. Pero I'm not sure, I guess it's not gonna happen in this first season. Pero sino sa tingin nyo yung magiging magandang laban sa team nyo?
Well, since this is going to be our first time in the PBL, I think we're all the Champions League. I think we're all really kind of excited to see the competition and how it's changed and what we will be facing for the PBL. So for me personally, I'm really excited to play Cherry Teagle. I know that they're the champions of the last conference, and that's our title, I still believe. So I'm really excited to face them and see what they have now and what changes they had made from when they were Photon. But like we are all working hard and we're all really determined to achieve one goal, and that's to win the whole thing. So really excited to play all the teams actually.
Ikaw, Majoy.
For me naman po, na-shuffle na rin kasi yung mga players. So, we're not sure kung sino po yung makakalaban namin on a specific team. But then, ready lang din po kami kung sino po yung makakalaban namin. And for sure, pag-aaralan namin yung magiging makakalaban namin na teams.
Well, Dyan, yung Cherry Teagle nandun, yung Petrogas nandun din, yung Signal maglalaro din. So, it's gonna be a nice fight in this competition. Pero Majoy, matanong ko lang sa iyo, no? Marami kasing taga-Lasal sumusuporta sa F2. Marami kayong former Lasal players. Yung bang Lasal spirit, dala nyo dito sa F2 at buhay na buhay ang animo spirit ninyo?
Since magkakasama po kami na mga halos Lasalista po, yung sistema po ni Coach Ramil is nandun pa rin. So, yung animo spirit, dala-dala namin yan kahit nasa professional league na po kami.
Majoy, I wanna ask, ilang championships ang nakuha mo as a player for Lasal? And I also wanna ask Kianna and Aby because I want to count ilan ang mga championships na nakuha nyo for Lasal.
Oo nga, no? Ang dami nun.
Majoy, ikaw, ilang championships mo? Tatlo. Okay. Kianna, ikaw, ilan?
3 also.
Okay. Aby, ikaw?
Tatlo din po, 3-peat.
Wow, that's 9 championships among
That's
3
a lot.
players.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. It's
Well, with
a
the
winning
addition
team.
of Kalei in this team, this is going to be an amazing team. And
For
everybody's
sure.
so excited about this competition. Pero beyond this Champions League that's happening next month, ang sabi sa akin ni Tony Boy Liao, yung PVL will have its next conference in February next year. Sasali kayo, yung F2, ang makakalaban niyo siguro yung Creamline. Yung bang Creamline, yung ba yung arch rival ninyo? Sina Eliza, sina Michelle Gumabaw, yung ba arch rival ninyo? Aby, ikaw, tuwing lumalaban ng F2 at Creamline, nagkaroon na ba ng ganun? Creamline versus F2?
Wala pa po, never pa po.
Okay. So, this coming PVL, it looks like that's gonna happen. Is that something you're looking forward to?
One of the things that I look forward to, but it's not something that I look forward to for PVL. Kasi excited po ako to play against all the teams in the PBL. Not
Okay.
those specific team lang.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kianna.
What's it?
Same as Ate Aby because it's our first time to join PBL also, and hindi pa namin nakakalaban ang mga teams sa PBL. So very exciting. We're very excited.
Nice. How is the energy in there with your training? Nakikita ko yung mga posts nyo, parang you're so intense, pero meron rin kayong mga out of the court fun times. Give us an idea of what your day is like there sa bubble training sa Lipa. Who wants to talk about it?
Kalei, I think.
Kalei.
Come on, Kalei.
Okay, well,
What's life like?
so we wake up around 7:28 a.m. We have breakfast at 7:30.
What's
Wow,
7:28?
Then we head downstairs around 9 a.m. to get to our shuttle that's going to take us to our training. We do our weights, our conditioning and strengthening during the morning hours. And then we come back to the hotel, shower up, have lunch, get some rest in between. We have about 2 hours of downtime before we have our ball training. And then around 2:30, we head back downstairs to the lobby, get in the shuttle, and we have practice. And our practices are very intense. It's Coach Ramil has a very good way to approach it. Like we're not dragging ourselves to go to practice. It's something that we all look forward to. So if you're talking about the energy that you see on our social medias during practice, that is real raw footage of us enjoying our jobs. And Aby and I were just talking because we were pepper partners just yesterday, and we were laughing
Pepper
because
partners?
we just ball handling, just back and
Okay.
forth, warming up our shoulders. And she said, Kalei, she goes, don't you just love our job? Look at us. We're completely drenched in sweat while other women are sitting in an office and they get to look pretty and get to look cute and scroll through their phones all day. And we're over here getting dirty and sweaty and it's hot, but we're getting better. And I said, absolutely, Aby, I agree with you and I wouldn't change it for the world. And so I would say our environment in practice is really what a championship team looks like and feels like to be a part of. So we practice for a good maybe 2 hours and a half. And then we're done with practice. We have a really, really thorough warm up and cool down. And then we come back to the hotel, shower, have dinner, go to bed, and we do it all over again.
Wow. And that is the life, just for our viewers, if in case you want to be a professional volleyball player, that's just what you may have to go through, right?
Parang it's hard, but it's fun.
Oh, it's hard, but I love the sweat part. For me, sweating is one of the best feelings ever, diba? Then shower, then eat, then kwento.
Pero Majoy,
But
Majoy,
I like what. Go ahead, Quinito.
No, I was gonna ask Majoy, itong pinag-uusapan natin yung practice and training with Coach Ramil. Si Coach Ramil has been with LaSalle for over 10 years. Ang dami na dyan championships. Ngayon na tumatanda na si Coach Ramil. Nagbabago ba siya? Is he getting mellow? Is he getting softer? Or mas tumitindi? Mas nagiging dictatorial? Ano sa tingin mo, Majoy? Mas nagiging mabait ba siya o hindi?
Mas nagiging mabait po. Mas nagiging
Wow!
siya.
Okay. Oh.
Kasi nung college kami, sobrang strict niya na parang nakakatakot siyang kausapin. Pero ngayon, mas chill na. Kasi medyo professional and mature na rin kami as players. So,
Right. Plus, siguro, because you've known each other a long time, less words na medyo kilala. You know each other now, so he doesn't need a lot of reinforcement, no? That's good to hear. Quinito, I wanted to ask each of them kasi curious lang ako, and I'm sure all your fans want to know. In that 2 hours of downtime, what do you guys do? Can you tell on each other? Kalei, can you tell us what Majoy does, and Majoy, can you tell us what your roommate does, and vice versa? What?
rest.
Oh no.
This girl goes straight to bed. Like, has no, like, the endorphins that we got off at practice, like, does not last. And the moment she steps in the door, she goes straight to bed. I'm like over here, like, we have free time, Majoy. Let's play music, let's dance, let's hang out, let's have fun. And she's just like, nap muna.
What about in your room, Aby?
Ako po, I'm getting, rest lang talaga. Tumatanda na po tayo.
Tumatanda, hindi.
Rest lang siya.
What about you, Kay?
Same also. We take naps because we only have 2 hours to rest.
Then back again.
Majoy, I also wanted to ask you, you're a model. I think you're cut out to be a beautiful fashion model. Is that something you also want to pursue? You're 6 feet tall. You're stunning. From afar, nakikita mo, wow, si Majoy Baron yun. Yung ba gusto mong i-pursue as perhaps sort of like a second thing that you want to do outside of volleyball? Majoy.
Yes po. Before talaga gusto ko mauna yung modeling, but then punta ako sa volleyball path. So, nag-stop ako for a while, and then after ko po mag-college, na-try ko siya ulit. And then now, nag-stop ulit dahil sa pandemic. And masasabi ko po, mas focus talaga ako sa volleyball more than being a model.
Nice.
Kalei, I wanted to ask you about your experience in D1. You started off at the University of Minnesota. You finished off at the University of Arizona for 3 years. You had an exceptional collegiate career. You've played as an import in Puerto Rico and France. What brought you to the Philippines? We know that you have a Filipino mother, but when you got to the Philippines and you met all these crazy girls, did you know that your heart was actually in the Philippines and this is where you want to play?
Well, yes, everything you mentioned was correct. But the reason why I ended up in the Philippines, when I was in France, I dislocated my shoulder and I had to go home back to Hawaii to get surgery. So after my operation, I did a lot of work in rehab to get back stronger. And when the opportunity came for me to play in the Philippines, I kind of looked really into it, really interested in learning my cultural background from the Philippines, because culture is very big for me, and I didn't grow up around the Filipino culture and community. So
Yeah.
I thought it would be a great opportunity for me, one, to start up my career again in a good level, but not as high level as Europe or anywhere else as an import. And I thought it would be a really smart decision for my career. And then when I got here, I think it was really the fans. Like, playing in front of Filipino fans it gives you a different feeling and a different feeling of a reminder of why I do it. And when I look and see how many people I inspire just by doing what I love, I never wanted to leave. And that's why I'm still here. And it's almost been 4 years since I've been here. So
Yeah.
really been a blessing for me to run into this place. I have a best friend here, and like I call this place my second home.
I wanted to ask the girls, what's it like having Kalei on the team? Kasi syempre, yun na nga sabi niya, she didn't grow up here. Syempre, yung culture, yung way of just, the way of conducting herself, like especially in volleyball, she played in the States, in Puerto Rico, in France, and then biglang sa Pilipinas. So, in the beginning, was she able to assimilate right away? Nahirapan ba kayo sa kanya? Aby, can you tell me about Kalei?
No, she's very easy to get along with. Sobrang funny niya. Sabi ko nga, I'm talking with Kianna the other day. Sabi ko, parang si Kalei, yung kung paano siya mag-converse with us, nasa English naka-English translation lang. Pero yung
English
version lang. Pero parang yung mga hirit natin mga Pilipino, yung wittiness niya, same lang nung pagka-Pilipino natin. So, saka what's good with Kalei, she's very good at adjusting to people. Very, 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 very energetic. She's the energy of our team.
Yes.
A gem.
That's
Wow.
good. That's nice. How about Kianna? How would you describe the addition of Kalei to the F2 team?
Kalei is a very fun person. She's very easy to talk to. She's very funny, as in, when you hang out with her, lagi kang tatawa. As in, lagi kang tatawa. Whatever she says. And, yeah, we love her, and she's such a, good energy inside the court. Pag down kami, yung maingay, yung bring up energy. So, yeah.
Nice. Okay, best friend Majoy.
It's okay.
Hindi naman siya nag-ignore. Majoy, hindi naman siya nag-ignore.
Sobrang galing yung energy.
What else?
That's it.
Wow.
I love her so much.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's nice. That's nice. O ako naman, tatanong ko kay Aby. Aby, what's your most memorable moment as a volleyball player? Yung hindi mo makalimutan na nangyari sa'yo.
Ang dami talaga, sobrang mga most unforgettable moment ko as a volleyball player. Ang tagal ko na naglalang, 17 years. Sobrang dami talaga. At feeling ko lahat po ng championship na nakukuha namin, yun yung isa sa mga most unforgettable na memories for me and moment for me. Kasi yung drive namin para makuha yung championship, kakaiba. So, pag nag-champion, very memorable talaga sa akin. Talagang pinipressure ko yung mga moments na yun. Siguro isa din sa memorable, aside from sa championship, yung not being a champion dun sa last thing ko with Lasal. Yun lang siguro.
Okay. Kaya naman, Kianna,
Nice.
your most memorable moment as a volleyball player?
Same lang kasi with Chang.
Championship. Ito, tatanungin ko. Kung championship ang sagot mo, ano yung pinakamahirap na championship na nakuha nyo?
I think season 78.
Okay, that was
Season
against?
78.
That was against Ateneo.
Okay.
And we came from 2 years na silver kami. And then season 78 is when we won our championship. I won my first college championship kasi first 2 years, kala namin yung batch namin yung malas kasi silver dalawa.
Oh.
So season 78, it was such a great feeling na shocks, ganito pala pag college and nananalo. Sobrang saya. Yun. So, that season.
Okay, I have to put this in. Kianna. How much do you miss Dwight Ramos? And are you always in touch with him? Okay, I'm sure your fans want to know. Dwight's fans want to know. He's in Japan, you're in Lipa. Kumusta yung communication ninyo?
Oh, we're good. We talk every day. We FaceTime every night. So, I know po.
Okay.
We're good.
Tell
We're
him hi.
good.
Tell him hi from all of us.
Yeah, tell Dwight we're hoping to guest him dito sa PlayitRight. Minsan.
That's right.
I sent him a message
Kiefer
pero
at
hindi
saka
siya
30.
sumagot.
Yeah, we talked to Kiefer and 30. They were in Japan and they were talking about their life in Japan. It's such a different experience. Experience because import sila. It's a different culture, but they're enjoying it. It's a great feeling. We're proud of all those guys.
Is Dindin back in Japan already? Or did she stay here? Did she go back?
Jaja.
Jaja.
Yeah, I think
She
she's
went back, right?
back in Japan.
Okay.
Majoy,
I have
ano yung pinaka most memorable moment mo as a volleyball player?
For me po, same with Kianna, yung season 78 po. Kasi yun po yung first championship na nakuha po namin. And for me, yung college career ko po in general, kasi yun yung humulma sa akin as a person and as a player. So, lahat na experiences ko doon, nakatulong po sa akin.
What about you, Kalei? But let me ask, I'll reverse the question. What was the most, not unforgettable, but the most traumatic moment that you experienced as a volleyball player? Maybe a game where you were most frustrated, that you couldn't get your game going. Do you remember a game like that? A game that you would rather forget. Let's put it that way.
Well, I have one already at the top of my head, and it was my senior year at UCLA. I was playing for University of Arizona. We're playing in the Pac-12 conference, and we were at UCLA. We were down the first two sets. We were in the third set, and it could have ended that we got swept in 3, or we could get this next set and take it 1-1. We ended up winning the third set, which was really tough. And then we blew them away the fourth set,
Wow.
probably beat them by maybe 10 points. And then in the fifth set, it was 14-14. My coach and my teammates told me, Kalei, you're going to get every ball until we win this game. And it was just incredible defense on both sides. My coaches and my teammates told me that, Kalei, you're going to get every ball until we win this game. And so it was incredible defense from both sides.
Wow.
I was getting all out of system balls. So the first dig were always in the back court past the 10-foot line. So my setter would run and bump it all the way to the 4 where I was hitting on the outside. And I was just like flying and just swinging for the walls and just trying to see if I can put it down. Finally, I put one down. We had one more to go, and I scored the winning game point, and it was the most memorable moment of my entire career because that feeling, that fire,
Wow.
and just the way my heart was beating and the adrenaline was just that's really the answer to where I was going to go my next chapter of life. Because that was my last year of college, it made me never want to stop. And then I became a rookie pro right after, like a month after.
Oh, that's very inspiring. I actually asked you the reverse, the game that you'd rather forget. But that's a great answer because we would have wanted to find out your most memorable game. That's amazing, Dyan.
Yeah.
Grabe story
Yeah.
yan.
I know, and I can't wait to see you play for the Philippines. You all are going to be in the SEA Games, most probably, the 4 of you. Yes? Yeah? The SEA Games in Vietnam. Yeah, let's hope. So I have two more questions I wanted to ask because you guys, kahit pandemic or, kahit natigil yung volleyball, yung fans nyo never went away. Talagang solid pa rin, keeping in touch. So, kayo naman, how do you find is the best way na you've been able to keep in touch with your fans? And do you like doing this? And then my second question is later na. Aby, start with you. How do you communicate? Tinuloy mo ba yung vlog mo?
Yes po, Miss Dyan. Pag may downtime po, nakakapag-vlog kami. Tapos, nakapag-edit din pag Sunday kasi wala naman din po kami ensayo. So, tinuloy namin yan para at least pa yung interaction with the fans. Nagko-comment, yung mga fans na nagko-comment, minsan nire-replyan namin. And mas napadalas ngayon yung pagla-live namin sa mga social media kasi ang hirap din na pinagdaanan namin para mag-quarantine. Ang daming quarantine na nangyari sa buhay namin ngayong pandemic na to. So, para magtuloy lang yung interaction with them, gumawa din kami ng paraan sa end namin.
Yeah.
Na-enjoy namin
so,
Enjoy namin.
It's important for you to keep in touch with your fans. Like you like doing that. Kianna?
Yeah. yun, we update them, we show them what our life is like outside volleyball, and we want to show like yun nga, like we're just not like volleyball players, we just train. Magulo din kami, we're crazy, we're just like you guys. So it's really fun to show them that side of us also.
What about you, Majoy and Kalei? How do you like to keep in touch with your supporters?
Through social media din po, like yung mga IG stories, mga raw footage, no? Anong ginagawa namin on a regular day, kung may training man or wala, yun, na-update naman namin sila in a way.
Ako rin.
Ako rin. How's your Tagalog, by the way, Kalei? Marunong ka na? Okay ba yung Tagalog na? Straight? Ha?
Tinutulungan siya ni Majoy.
Oo.
Okay.
Oo. Ano yung paborito mong pagkain? Kalei, na Pinoy. Filipino food, anong paborito mo? Yung pampalakas. Bago yung game.
Gusto mo ng pusit, adobo pusit, at tinola, at pandesal, ube halaya, bibingka,
Uy.
putobon. Everything.
Ang dami na nun.
Except balut.
Tama ka. Ha?
Except balut.
Tama ka, Aby. Pinoy talaga siya, no? It's just in an English version, no? Pinoy na English version, no? Final question. Ang daming mga girls who are still dreaming of become volleyball players one day. And tulad ng sinabi nyo, ang dami nyong pinagdaanan during this pandemic. What have you learned most about yourself? Yung mga like self-realizations nyo. I'm sure you've had so much time to think about so many things that have happened. What is something na you've learned about yourself during this time that you want to share to other volleyball players, whether it's in your personal life or in your volleyball life na hindi mo alam dati? I'll start with Majoy.
Nung pandemic po, syempre walang volleyball. So, napapaisip ako kung parang in a way, parang ano bang purpose ng life ko dahil parang all these years, volleyball lang ako ng volleyball. But
Right.
then, yun, natuto lang din po ako ng mga ibang bagay. Like, mas yung like sa cooking, mga hobbies ko, like sa cooking, and yan, cooking lang. Mas nahasa ko siya in a way noong pandemic. And parang nakaka-relax din na iba yung ginagawa mo other than volleyball. Mas nakilala ko yung sarili ko na may iba pa pala akong kayang gawin.
Kalei?
For me, music all day. I sing, I play my ukulele, I write music. It keeps me, it's the only thing I think that makes me calm. And when I'm feeling really, really happy or when I'm feeling really, really sad, I can always count on music to balance and level me out. It's my passion. It is something that I could say if I had to choose between volleyball or music, I'll go with music because I'm nothing without that. And
Really?
eventually volleyball will end for me because, we get older, our bodies can only do so much for so long. And music for me is going to be permanent. It's always in my heart. It's number one of my passions. So definitely that during the pandemic held me together. Just inspires me.
Wow, Quinito, wouldn't we love to hear her play the ukulele? Meron ka dyan? I'm sure you have one in the room, right? Magaling ba siya, Majoy?
Yes po. Singer po siya. May mga songs siya on Spotify.
Oh, sorry. Didn't know.
Oh,
Yeah,
you got-
sige,
you're on
listen na lang.
Spotify. Wow.
Oh,
I wish you could
Ka-
give us a sample.
Kalei mo on Spotify. Sige. Oh, what about you, Kianna? What did you learn about yourself that you can share with us? Oh,
Si
with
Champo
our viewers?
Si
Siguro
Champo
speaking for the
sasabihin
both
ng
of us, Parehas
Huh?
kasi kami ni Kianna na vlogger.
Mhm.
So, during the pandemic, yun, parang mas dun tayo nagbumawi. Kasi, before pandemic, di masyado dahil masyadong busy yung schedule. But, we have plenty time to edit our vlogs, to create new contents during the pandemic. Kaya parang mas na-enhance namin naman yung skills namin sa editing. And, pagiging creator.
Yes.
Yeah, the last time I talked to you, just received your 100,000 button, right? From YouTube.
Yes, and si
Aby.
Kianna, she reached 200,000 followers. Congratulations, Kianna.
Wow!
Subscribing guys sa aming mga vlogs, aming mga YouTube channels.
Yes.
200,000 na si Kianna?
Yes,
ba yan?
correct.
Congrats,
Huh?
congrats.
How about you, Aby?
Malapit, sobrang lapit na.
Oh, galing. Where do you get your ideas from? Mga kwento-kwento nyo. I'll look back. I haven't watched in a while.
Puro mga kalokohan lang po namin yun during downtime sa training.
Well, Dyan, it was a great session talking to these four beautiful ladies. But before we go, I just want to be able to ask each and every one of you, volleyball has seen a resurgence of interest. Ang daming fans. Sinabi nga ni Kalei, she's so inspired by the fans of volleyball. Do you think this is just a passing fancy, or do you think this is something permanent? Volleyball is here to stay, especially the women's section. And kayo as volleyball players, how do you hope to be able to continue making volleyball grow? Majoy, what do you think?
For me, being in the national team po, siguro yun na po yung way na pag-give back namin in a way sa mga younger generations. Kasi bago po yung federation and yung experience namin from the AVC, yun na po yung start for me. I see it as a start of something bigger for the future of the volleyball here in the Philippines.
Kalei?
Same with Majoy. I feel that as long as we're still playing the sport, we have a bigger voice that can be heard from all over the country, all over the world. And if we use the power and this platform to inspire our youth, our younger generations to come, I think this will never die. Volleyball and because we were young once and we used to look up to our elders. I mean, I used to look up to my older cousin that played volleyball, and without her telling me that I could possibly do it and do what she does, it made me push myself to become who I am today. So I think just like Majoy said, giving back and inspiring, encouraging is really what's going to keep volleyball alive.
That's wonderful. Ikaw naman, Kianna.
Since yung purpose po namin mga volleyball players is to inspire the young ones, the enthusiasts, I guess hindi po kami nakarating dito sa career namin ngayon, or hindi rin sobrang makikilala yung volleyball without the hard work of our senior volleyball players. We owe it to them. Sila talaga yung nagsimula. And kami, na-inspire by them, talagang kinikip namin yung legacy na yun. And para ma-maintain natin yung pagiging raw ng volleyball, yung excitement ng mga tao sa volleyball, yung love ng mga tao sa volleyball, sana ma-maintain yun ng mga bata na susunod. Sana maalagaan din nila kung paano inalagaan ng mga ate yun, kung paano namin inalagaan yun, para mas maging successful pa yung volleyball sa Pilipinas. Yun po siguro.
Oh, very well said. Ikaw naman,
Nice.
Kianna. The last word from you.
Ipapas ko sa kanya yung legacy ko. Kaya na ikaw yung bahala sa mga bata.
Ayun, Ate Aby said everything already, but she's right. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the past players also. Lucky rin siguro yung batch namin na volleyball is very big right now. So,
Yeah.
ayun, I hope that it continues and the younger generation continues making the sport big in the country, and yeah.
Tsaka isa pa, isang payo lang po talaga. Kailangan manatili silang humble. Yan lang. Kahit anong makakating mo sa volleyball, ka, dumami followers mo, endorsements, lagi mong tatandaan, player ka lang. At maglalaro ka for the love of country and the sport. And God,
Wow.
nothing else.
That's wonderful. So many
That's
nice
so
insights.
nice. I love that.
Thank you.
I love
Thank
what
you
you
so
said.
much. Yeah. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much to the four of you, Aby, Kianna, Kalei, and Majoy, and Dyan. What a wonderful evening.
Yes, thank you so much. I love your parang your energy. I love your drive. I love your passion. And thank you for continuing to do your best. Alam namin syempre mahirap ang buhay ng training, but like what Abby told Kalei, he said, "Isn't this so nice? We get to sweat and still do what we love to do and make a career out of it and make a lot of people happy and inspire a lot of people and have the opportunity to play for your country." So keep on going no matter what challenges you have. We're here behind you. Maraming salamat and more power to all of you. We look forward to you seeing your team, F2.
Go F2. Animo.
Whether you are someone who loves working out or taking part in different sports, or a person who prefers to look and feel good, PlayitRight.com has something for you. PlayitRight.com is a one-stop shop that provides the needs of serious athletes and stylish individuals, featuring well-known and respected brands like Asics, Molten, Mikasa, Mueller, Donjoy, Butterfly, and countless others. PlayitRight.com offers premium products at very reasonable prices. So no need to look elsewhere. Check out PlayitRight.com now in the link below. Well, Quinito, I'm just so happy that volleyball is back. That they're training as a team and you can see that they're enthusiastic. And, it's really good for the sport. Para, our younger girls can continue to dream because sila yung mga idol ng kabataan natin. And I just love how dedicated they are. You can tell they love what they're doing, right? And just like what Kalei, Kianna, Majoy, and Aby said that they really look forward to playing for the country. And that's what I like about them. And also, syempre, what Aby said na no matter what, stay humble. I love these girls and I pray for their continued success. And I'm so excited to watch the competition, PNVF. So finally, there's a volleyball tournament.
Well, the fans look up to these four girls. And I think all of them are stalwarts. All of them are beacons. And they're very, very good examples of hardworking women's volleyball players.
Yeah.
And they're also very outspoken. And as you saw, they're all very articulate. Marami silang sinasabi about their lives outside of the court. They've got their heads on their shoulders.
Yes,
And
yes.
they're not just ordinary players. These girls are leaders. These girls are inspirations for all the fans. And that last question that we asked about whether volleyball, this popularity, is just a passing fancy, you could see in their reply, the response, their commitment, their conviction that women's volleyball, as well as men's volleyball, they're both here to stay.
Yes. Well, thank you for watching us here on PlayitRight TV. Join us again next time. I'm Dyan Castillejo.
And this is Quinito Henson.
Join us again for PlayitRight TV, where we talk to the greatest about the latest in sports. See you next time.